So you are all the ones not assigned to election coverage. That's why you're sitting here today? Okay. Oh, what election? Well, thank you for joining us today and helping put the spotlight on what we're doing here in the state of New York to protect families, elevate New York families, and send an example to the rest of the nation on how you do this. So happy to take any questions.
I want to know what you make, just in the last few days, the former governor has sent out a series of statements attacking those who are investigating him. Over the weekend, they sent out a long release saying that the sheriff in Albany County is, they want to do a preservation order on all documents, basically threatening him, saying that they're going to sue him. I'm just curious, what do you make of just the way he has acted, since getting out of office regarding these investigations and what's been said about him?
I am too busy to pay attention to this. I truly am. If you look at my schedule, you look at the responsibilities I have as governor, I'm not distracted whatsoever. I will say and reiterate that I supported the investigation, the results of the investigation, and believe the women. And that is all I'm going to say on this, because anything else takes me away from doing what the people of this state want me to do, which is focus on solving their problems.
Times Union has a story today that says you're focused on having sort of an outsourcing of fundraising to lobbyists. I'm curious, number one, is that true? Number two, how would you characterize how the fundraising is going? Obviously, it's a short time frame with the June primary. Have you been able to capitalize on that?
I will tell you something I think about fundraising. When I was in my 20s, as a staffer for a congressman, I wrote a campaign finance reform bill so anyone running for Congress or Senate would never have to go to donors for support to get elected. When I went to the Senate, I wrote the same bill, worked with Senator Byrd, worked with Senator Moynihan. It was filibustered the entire summer, whether it was summer of 88 or 87, I don't remember which. But this has been something I believe needs to be addressed and should be. But until then, someone like myself, who has been a lifelong public servant, married to a lifelong public servant up until he stopped being Barack Obama's U.S. attorney, we've had to rely on support from other people. And my message to anyone who wants to support me is very clear. Thank you for investing in good government. That's it. So we'll raise the resources I need to win this election and continue having conversations about public financing. So the next time people want to run, this will not be a barrier to anyone.
All right, let's switch to Zoom.
Thank you very much, Governor. We're going to jump over to Zoom now. Reporters, please use the raise hand function at the bottom of your screen. We're going to compile a list and we'll get right back to you. Governor, your first question comes from Mike Gormley. Mike, your mic is open.
Hello, Governor. Mike Gormley, Newsday.
Hi, Mike.
Looking at Attorney General James' entry into the race, how does that change your calculus? And how much of a concern is there that she seems to have great support in Brooklyn, which is a key to a lot of primary races?
You're going to try and bait me every day, my friends. I'm focused on governing. There's an election tomorrow. I'm looking forward very much to working in a collaborative way with everyone elected, including, I believe it'll be presumed to be Eric Adams as the mayor, as well as the council members. And then I'll be working to make sure that we have teams to support us heading into the elections next year. I've always worked to help other people. I am not going to focus or comment on anybody who wants to run. I'm not even sure the field is clear. And as I said over the weekend, I can handle this. Bring it on. I can handle what I have to do electorally at the right time. But right now, there are so many needs in this state, so many people desperate for help. I have to bring this city back. I have to bring this state back. And that is beyond a full-time job. And I'm honored to have it, and I'm focused on it. And that's exactly what the people of the state want me to do.
Governor, your next question comes from Steve Burns at WCBS Radio. Steve, your mic is open.
Hi, Governor. How are you?
Very good, Steve.
I'm doing all right. I wanted to ask, I know your answer on a lot of the electoral questions are that you're busy governing, but obviously we also know that you're fundraising up a storm at the moment. So I wanted to ask, given the Attorney General's announcement, was she in touch with you before she made that announcement? If she was, what was that conversation? And I saw you both in Valley Stream yesterday. Seemed to be a very quick interaction between you both as you were there to ask for support for the Nassau County Executive. What's your feeling on the Attorney General, given that you have to maintain some baseline level of support for her work at the same time she says she wants to run against you.
You guys aren't going to stop, are you? I admire your perseverance. I'm a professional. I have been a public servant for the last 27 years. I know how to work with people, whether they're running against me or people who've lost to me. You ask anyone in this, my entire career, I understand the difference between politics and the need to govern. And I will continue my professional relationship with the Attorney General, and I will continue working with her to elect other Democrats as we did over the weekend, and we will continue to have a very cordial relationship is my expectation.
Governor, we just have time for one more question. That goes to Bernadette Horan of the New York Post. Bernadette, your mic is open.
Hey, Governor, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, Bernadette.
Great, thank you. I know you said you don't want to comment, but again, this is something that has been coming up over and over again. Back to the former governor. Are you concerned at all that both the former governor and his attorney, Rita Glavin, continue to question the legitimacy, the forwardness of the sheriff in Albany's criminal complaint? And of course, the former governor is expected in court on November 17th. Do you think that that is detrimental? Again, as you said, you support Attorney General Letitia James's report that came out on August 3rd, but do you think that the continued attacks and questioning on part of the Cuomo camp is a concern to you? And again, it's going to keep coming up.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you've alerted me that it's going to keep coming up, and I'm going to alert all of you that I'm going to keep giving the same answer, just so you can ask me on policies that the voters are really interested in. I understand why you need to ask, and that's fair. You have your job, I have mine. And my answer is going to be, that is between other individuals who are not charged with the responsibility of protecting people from COVID, getting more vaccinations in the arms of kids starting soon, bringing back this beaten down economy and giving people hope, and putting together a very, very aggressive plan on infrastructure, clean energy, and other programs for my State of the State address, which is occupying a lot of my time, as well as doing a budget. So those are my priorities. Everything else will unfold with or without my commentary. There are forces that are all dealing with each other, and that's just fine with me. All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you coming out.